calls, man. I'm like, I am so disappointed that that happened, bro. I'm like, I there was
It
nothing I could
usually
do, bro. I
it
got
usually happens when it happens, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a lesson that I'll never forget because
And it even happens to the best of us, which is nuts.
yeah, we should be ready for that. But the thing is, like, I haven't seen you guys in so long, and I get excited, like, oh, what's up? And I start running the tongue, and before I know it, no.
Yo, man. So what's up?
Nothing, man. Just thank you for checking in. You know the name of this thing situation here, right? Be my guest with Quarantino.
With
And
Quarantino, oh shit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got
I,
it.
I I saw the last interview you did with Laura. That was
Yeah.
nice.
That was nice, right? Yo, and the whole thing, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find like a place where I could put like the full interviews because they're not just that's the beginning of it. When I'm putting what I'm putting on is just the beginning. Trust me, there's a lot more goodies coming up because she was having a good time with me. And best of all, she was understanding my Spanish and I didn't creep her out.
Wait, who? Wait, you didn't creep who out?
Laura.
Oh, okay. It's always a great relief when you don't feel creeped out, right?
You know, yeah. That's tough because especially like who she is and everything. She did not need to do that. So I was like, hey, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but enough about Laura. I know we could talk about Laura all day because But
Yeah.
how you been, man? How's everything in the Markovelii? By the way, guys, this is Vasquez, also known as Markovelii, and also known as the comedian's photographer slash overall good guy, and we love him in the game, man. We love him. That's why I had to have him right away. How have you been doing, bro? La cuarentena. Talk to me. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo estás?
Well, man, these are some crazy ass times, bro.
Mm.
Because first of all, how many people get to say this shit right now, especially during these times? But like, um, I'm a citizen, right? So, yo, apparently that shit gives you rewards. Like, I'm collecting unemployment, bro. Right?
Whoa.
I'm collecting unemployment, and I'm Mexican. I always work. I always have like 3, 4 jobs. Like you
Oh,
said,
you are
like,
American.
yo, so, does the wind bother you?
Huh?
Can you hear the
It
wind?
might step on your punchline. That's about it because I'm like, fuck, this is good stuff.
Oh, well, no, there's no punchlines. I'm just talking from the heart right now. But
Oh, okay.
so so the thing is, like, I'm a citizen, right? And I've never been on unemployment, bro, because I have always worked hard for everything. At one point in my life, I swear to God, I had like 4 or 5 jobs. Like you mentioned, the photographer, like the comedy shit. I was a paralegal and a waiter at one point in my life, bro.
Wow.
There was no way I ever thought considering, like, you know what? Let me take a break and let me get unemployment. Like that doesn't
Oh
exist in
shit.
my mentality. And guess what? I was working all those jobs, and I had nothing saved, and
Nothing saved.
nothing
Oh
saved, bro.
no.
And now that I'm in unemployment and I'm not doing shit, I got like 10 G's, bro.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah, because I'm learning like how to,
Hmm.
like, I don't know, save my income and all that shit that I'm receiving,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
I'm cooking.
Hmm.
Before I used to like ball out and like just get like fucking delivery all the time, like for no reason. But now I cook like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I cook for the family and shit.
Good.
So I'm like saving a ton. You know,
Wow.
my
Wow. You're giving away some good secrets here, man. Keep on. Keep on.
no, yeah, because I do the photography, so like I'm just waiting for shit to like open up again so I could just get better equipment. I was
Right.
gonna buy some stuff, but then I
Right.
saw all the looting going on.
Oh.
I saw the looting going on, and I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck that shit. Like, if I order a laptop and they start looting the FedEx truck like they did in
Right.
that town, you saw that shit?
I saw it. I've seen a lot of videos. I definitely saw the FedEx.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm gonna go ever down like that. I, yeah, I try to be responsible and shit.
Hmm.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. Somebody keeps calling me. I don't know what happens when when that
Oh,
happens?
hey,
Does it freeze the screen?
your name comes up. We get the Markovelii, but we can hear you just fine. So go ahead. Yo, you're a businessman. You're proving it. There you go. People are calling in for your services. So this is
It's actually Kevin. We're planning to do like a
uh-huh.
co-host a comedy show, a
Oh,
Spanglish.
dope.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you think about everything that's going on right now, like everyone is divided.
Hmm.
So if we do like a show where like someone could perform in Spanish or English or both languages at once, like me and him, the whole idea is just to unite our people. You know?
Right. That's that's so dope, man. I'm glad you guys like keep that going. You guys are like the next generation of like noisemakers and comedy. So it's good to know that this is the building block that you guys are having now, and understanding the times and understand that we got to come together and do what you do, which is a comedy show. Towards that. So great idea, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man. You guys have kept it going. Comediantes in New York, which Chano has, brought to the city. But you guys are
Yes.
the spark plugs of that group,
No,
man.
nah. You actually you have no idea how much you've contributed to like the motivation process of this comedic experience that I have,
Oh man.
which has been a blessing because the project alone that we did with the Jerker with Stewie.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit is an instant classic, man. Everybody loves that shit. Everybody's like, every time I go on a live, people will be like, "Where's the Jerker?" Like they don't want to see me, you know. They rather see somebody like excessively, like aggressively, like jerk off.
Yo, see, and that's what I miss. I'll talk.
You missed that?
I'll talk over the ambulance.
Yeah,
That's what I miss. The fact that I don't see you guys anymore, and those ideas that we used to get like on the spot, we can't like bring it to life like we used to. Like if people knew that was like you being painted in the Joker face, and then it was like, what can we do with this? Let's put our heads together and see what we can do with this. And before we knew it, we had the Jerker. So it was a great combination of like you being just like that and me having an idea about, Jerker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, there you go. See, we do great
Like
work together.
like the story behind that is just that I didn't show up to the V spot for the open mic with the Jerker face paint just because I had finished coming from a Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and everybody cosplays at Comic-Con, so I did my own version of the Joker,
Mhm.
Joaquin Phoenix's
Mhm.
Joker. And it takes guts to just like go on the train, and just like
No.
everybody's looking at you and like, what the hell's going on, But
Yeah.
we're in New York and nobody gives a shit, really.
Yeah.
You get a
Okay,
few
another
points.
Joker. Joker
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
yeah. Like, look at this incel, right? Yeah, that's what they labeled people who went to go see that movie. Everybody's so quick and judging everyone nowadays, huh?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, this the times we're living in, man, where like hate and lack of love is reigns supreme. Loving each other
It's
as a humanity, as humans, is secondary or
it's like
thirdary.
it's like everyone lost their empathy, bro.
Hmm.
And as soon as they're quick to cancel shit, right?
Hmm.
They're quick to cancel anything, even a fucking what H&M. You wear a sweater and you're canceled, but they cannot cancel like racism. You
Oh,
know, like it makes no sense, bro. It just
you know why? Racism makes money.
yeah, it does, man. It does. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, divide and conquer, man. It's the basic fundamental of like many centuries and siglos. How you say siglos? Yeah, centuries, right? No, decade.
Uh,
No, I forgot. See, we're going Spanglish already. We're going Spanglish.
Wait, did we
Uh,
start the show in Spanish?
no, we started it in English. We've been
Oh, okay.
consistently English, which is fine because that's what it is. What we'll do is like we'll end it en español so the tus fanáticos pues te
Oh
puedan
shit.
oír.
Fanaticos. Damn, I could barely get my family to join my live, yo. They're stuck at home and they can't even tune in for a brother, Like fuck. It's
I
always your best friends and family that are like the ones that low key do not want you to succeed.
oh damn.
During this pandemic, I've made
hmm
some I've made some connections because I'm cool. Like I sense people's energy, and based
hmm
on that, I just like I'm drawn to it. Like
Right,
you're a good person. I want to know more. How could we like help each other?
right.
Grow even further. And I've met some like amazing people, bro. And like we're gonna start doing some amazing projects.
hmm
And I'm really excited for that shit, bro. Wait, you taking a photo?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
the lighting here sucks, man.
Oh
Uh,
man, forever the
and the
camera
fucking
guy,
and the
forever the
mustache looks.
cameraman.
What about like this? Like
There you go.
like, no justice, no peace, right?
Yeah, got it all. You. There you go. There you go.
What are you using? A laptop for the Zoom?
I am. I'm using a laptop to the Zoom.
Is it a new laptop? Did you loot it, or you can't say that? You can't say that shit, right?
My lawyers have advised me not to.
Ay. Some
Yeah,
people just
no,
never change, man.
no. I've had the laptop,
Nah,
before
I'm
the looting
joking.
because trust me, when this happened, trust me, the last thing I'm doing is going outside around people
Hold on, I got
because
distracted.
yeah. Oh, there's people around you, right? Yeah.
No, there was an amazing, beautiful lady. Anyways, so just go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no. Hey, man, I wish I was able to enjoy it. I went outside for the first time, not outside, but I traveled to the city for the first time on Sunday. I went to shoot a skit with John Laster and Kenny Warren. Uh, so of course I got lost because I had no sense of direction, don't know what's going
Oh shit,
on.
both of them are cool, man.
Yeah. No. I was definitely gonna make it, man. I got lost in the Bronx, but I took a cab to find them. But it was worth every penny working with John Laster. Let me give him a big up, John Laster, Kenny Warren. Big up to you guys. And yeah. Please call me up if you guys need anything. Call Markovelii up, the very talented, bilingual. So what else, man? How is it? How did you spend Father's Day? I know you're a dad, right, guys? This
Oh
guy. How did you spend it? How was it? Did you get a
yeah,
phone
we're
call?
happy Father's Day. My daughter told me a couple of days before Father's Day, she was like, "Dad, look, my grandma's planning to go to PA to go visit my cousin, her baby cousins,
Mm-hmm.
and she really enjoys like spending time with them because they're little, they do
Mm-hmm.
like adorable stuff,
Right.
and she likes being there. And I'm her father, like all year around, and
Oh yeah. So yeah. Oh,
what was
okay.
we gonna do? Just stay home. I was probably gonna cook something like I did and with my dad and stuff, but.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? During these times, like, if she could have a little bit of fun, like outside, because they have a huge backyard in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great, man.
yes,
Oh, you made the dad decision. There you go.
yeah, yeah, like yeah, being a father is cool, man. You gotta you gotta teach these kids like you gotta raise them right, And my father, he is a great person, and the only thing about him was that the way he was raised, his father was like a abusive alcoholic.
Ooh.
So it kind of like broke him. Like it broke
Right.
his
Right.
his personality, his spirit. Like
Right.
he's not affectionate, and uh, and there and there's no way that I'm gonna be like that with my kid. I broke that cycle, and actually, thanks to quarantine, me and my father have a better relationship. Yeah, he's breaking out of the shell. He's having conversations. He's trying to initiate a conversation, which is nice,
Big
and
ups to him making an effort. Big ups to him. Round of applause for that for making an
yeah.
effort. It's tough for people like from a certain era, a certain age to make change or work towards things. Trust me, especially of the Latin generation, they're very stuck in their ways. So for him to
I got a
be, Mhm.
yeah. What was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
no, for him to be, making strides towards building and reconnecting, that's dope.
I kind of want to tell you a story that's a little embarrassing, but like kind of like cool at the same time.
Please, can we have
Uh,
it?
yeah. First of all, I want to start off by saying this is nothing negative towards my dad. This is just the upbringing and the mentality that was created in Mexico because of the machismo and all that stuff. One day, my mom calls me over to her room. Right, I was really little. I was like 6, 7, bro. And I was cooperating in the house by washing dishes and doing my part so I could like get money, to go out and shit with my friends. And she's like Memo, because my I got my father's middle name. She's like, Memo, ven aquí. And then she's like, we're gonna give you allowance. All of this is in Spanish. She's like, we're gonna give you allowance because you've been helping out a lot and we're really proud of you. And as an appreciation, I gave a kiss to my dad. Right?
You gave him a phone call. Okay.
Yeah, it was like the girls are crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I gave a kiss to my dad in the cheek, and then he's like, hey, don't ever do that shit ever again. Wow. That stuff is for gays.
Oh wow.
and then I was fortunate enough that my mom is super powerful, that she checked them right there and there. She's like, what are you, crazy? She's like, don't ever speak to him like that again. He is showing you a sign of affection because he really appreciates what you just did. And then I was confused. I was looking at my dad. I was looking at my mom. I was like, oh shit, who's tougher? Yeah. And then right there, that small little incident that I didn't really take as a big deal, because knowing my dad and the stories that he would share occasionally, I saw that he was broken, and then he just wasn't aware of this stuff, and me being young, I didn't know how to communicate, saying like that, homophobia is not a good thing, plus the neighborhood and the times that we were living, and everybody like rappers kept saying phrases like no homo, or pause, or like derogatory words. Your neighborhood is a huge influence on how you speak sometimes. And yeah, thank God that he evolved out of that, and he changed. But the thing is, like, us as people now, I think we need to educate ourselves. Like for instance, I remember I was hanging out with someone before the apocalypse, and he swore that he was tough, right? He was walking in the streets. He's like, yo, I'm just waiting for someone to start some trouble. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, relax a little bit, like fucking big man on campus. And then I was like, you know what? You should use all that strength and power you have whenever you see an injustice. Like, you see somebody getting robbed, why don't you big man in that, He was like, oh, yeah, I do be doing that. And I was like, yeah, I like that shit. That's cool. If you really do that shit, that's an amazing thing. But, like, yo, just bring it down a notch, when you see other people, like, because I'm with you right now, and I don't want to run into any trouble. And then he's like, what are you, gay? Oh. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, bro. And then he keeps, we're about to reach the venue where we was going to hang out. And he keeps saying stupid derogatory words like that. And I was like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to tell you one thing, though. If we're going to come into this place, right, I need you to stop talking to me like that, because you see these beautiful women, right? If they hear you speak like that, they're not going to want to talk with you at all. And so then you're ruining my opportunity to have an amazing conversation with beautiful people. Do you understand that? And he was like, wow. It was like, you're right. And I was like, fuck yeah, I am.
You should have been like, fuck yeah, faggot. I mean.
Oh, no, I can't say that. No.
No, we're gonna bleep that out. Don't worry. We got an editor extraordinary.
Yeah, that should be fun if you do bleep it. Yeah, that should be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, wow. Way to see you learned the lesson that your mother taught you, and it came around.
Yeah, man. Every single day we keep there's opportunities like that, and sometimes I'm like taught some stuff from some good people,
Right.
Like my ex-wife taught me a lot of stuff that didn't like sink in like during the time, but like now I know, If you don't know, now you know.
Can we get a few examples, please?
Oh man, Jesus Christ, man! Like, even though I did break the cycle of being like affectionate, I did break that. The cycle of his grandfather being an alcoholic, I did not break that, man. Oh. I was like the worst. I used to drink a lot because of being undocumented and all that shit. Yeah, like
It comes with it. What's that like? No papers and you become an alcoholic. That's
the
please.
lack of opportunities, Tino. Like
Oh,
everyone,
so
everyone knows that yeah, you're good, and they're like, hey, kid, look, this summer, because of your art skills, we're gonna grant you a summer trip to Europe so you can learn how to draw with the greats, right? And I tell my mom, like, yo, mom, check it out. Out of all the people in the school, they want me there. She's like, unfortunately, you cannot go because, you know, your legal status. If you go, you would have to go to Mexico, cross the border, and then come back to the United States.
oh.
That shit hurt, bro. Like, I probably could have been a great painter by now, but,
Mm.
you know? So at one point, my dad got sick, and he's like, you know what? We're moving back to Mexico at age 14, bro.
Mm.
So now my whole life has changed forever. Like, yeah, when I was out
Damn.
there in Mexico, my parents ended up staying here to save up more.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was sick, right, with diabetes. So my mom came here because she was on vacation, right? Then the bad news happened. She came back here to help him out. They sent me over there, and I had no supervision. So imagine having no supervision, and everyone in the neighborhood knows that you're from New York,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 you know, like me, I'm always fun. I always have that personality,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like I am depressed because like fuck, my whole life has changed, and like what am I doing here? I gotta learn fucking algebra now, like in Spanish, you know, química they call it. That shit was fucking
Ah.
yeah. So when I came back here, I tried to adapt, right?
Right.
But I couldn't. I was struggling with it, and it's still, you know, I came back to the States, and I come to realize that I still have no opportunities, and I went to college, you know. I was like, fuck it, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
we have no financial aid. You know, my dad had to pay out of pocket, and I really thank him for that. Like
Wow.
like it was expensive, but we did it, and I
Mm-hmm.
graduated.
Right.
But the course that I picked up was photography because if I was already an artist,
Mm.
I thought for a second, like, why not just take one click of the button and 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 you just did a whole painting, you know, with your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I became good at it, obviously, because you
Mm-hmm.
know I have those skills, and
Mm-hmm.
and what motivated me was those professors that would keep saying things like, "Wow, this still life reminds me of like Richard Avedon, like Street Findings," and I had no idea who's Richard Avedon,
Mm.
you know,
Neither do I. Go ahead.
no idea of like Street Findings, and apparently it's a photographer that just picked up a whole bunch of like stuff from the floors, from the dirt, and like cigarette butts. And for some reason, like I was just like, damn, I got to do this fucking project in like 2 days. What am I gonna do? And I just picked up a whole bunch of cigarette butts, and I recreated
Uh-huh.
something digitally that he created analog with like film.
Uh-huh.
And the professor was giving me this amazing critique, and I was just like, who am I?
Whoa. A
Yeah,
great visionary, I guess. You know, a great person that has great vision and putting things together.
but check it
Wow.
out. My big break was when I got this interview with this magazine, and my portfolio was set because I had pictures like printed in an actual magazine. You know,
Wow.
it was one of my dreams, and it came true. And then
Wow.
I try to show my portfolio and the magazines, and the art director was like, "Hey kid, good stuff. Your lighting is amazing. You're retouching. The only thing I could say, right, is that your models are making your portfolio look bad." So Tino,
What?
these were people that were getting paid for doing acting roles, for doing the runway shows,
Uh-huh.
for being printed in other magazines, and he just like shitted on these people that I made friends with, right?
Wow.
And I was like, wow, this is the industry, this is the business that awaits me. So now I have to be cold. If somebody wants an opportunity that loves my work and says like, I want you to photograph me, I'm supposed to say you're not a model.
Mm.
Like I was not gonna do that shit, bro. It fucking.
Mm.
But
Man.
either way, not only that, at that time, I think I was still undocumented. So
Yeah.
even if I would have had like a job with them, they probably wouldn't have been able to hire me because I didn't have no social security.
Good.
Yeah, so all of that shit led to like you know, drinking moments and like working these jobs that are like, you know, like they're honorable because, you know, like it's an honest job and I'm not stealing.
Good.
But at the same time, the people that would hire me, they knew my legal status and they would take advantage of that and talk down to you. You know, they would
Right.
talk down to you and other people around you just because they were just mean. You know,
Right.
and
Man.
and no one would do anything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no one would fucking do anything. But I was the one that rallied the troops, and
Right.
I was like, you know what, guys, if they don't want to pay us, how about we just walk out? We walk out and
Oh, good.
we don't do anything until they fucking pay us, yo. And
Wow.
and sure enough, I don't know why these people would listen, but we got the job done, Tino. We
Oh, there
got the
you
job
go.
we got the job done. Some of those
Yay.
managers that were assholes, they got fired or
Yeah.
demoted, you know,
Yeah,
because they're
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dicks. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we like them.
Wow.
So
You're
yeah,
you're
man.
you're like a great Mexican revolutionary.
No, don't see, don't say it, because like I wish, like, like I would have helped out my personal like life
Mhm,
and my relationships, like
mhm,
my family instead of other people's families, like
mhm.
um, doing like not a GoFundMe, but just like going to my coworkers and being like, hey, look, one of our colleagues
Mhm.
like injured her back and she has like 3 kids. We got to do something for her.
Mhm.
Like, just drop whatever you can. We all make money. We all go out drinking and stuff
Mhm.
just for this one night. Let's just save like a little stash so she knows that, we have her in our minds and hopefully she recovers.
Mhm.
I would do all these fucking shits and like, like it was just, I was depressed. I was fucking drinking and all this shit because things were not going well at home. And like, I
Mhm.
learned too late, bro. Like I stopped drinking, of course, but
Mhm.
I wish I could have like
Wow.
fucking I wish I could have listened to like advice before, but I was just too
Mhm.
stubborn. I
Mhm.
was like, I can handle this shit. Or like, I
Hey
can,
man,
yeah.
don't look at it that way, man, because you were building character. You know what I mean? All these things and lessons in life. Look, I mean, the passion that you're talking this with is just like amazing because you see it, and that's as humans, that's what happens. We live life and then we reflect on like decisions we could make, but we can't look back because you turn out to be a great young man, skills, great father, outstanding comedian, just balls of steels, and a great heart, which is like you can't buy a great heart. And thank you for sharing those stories. I mean, that's like a few tear jerkers in there. So you're gonna have the ladies wanting to know how can we get in touch with this guy. He has the love, the heart, the love for the daughter, the comedy, whatever, the comedy skills. So
Mention the cooking in there again
the
because
cook.
women like,
Oh my God, yeah, they're
yeah, they
yeah.
like,
I know.
yeah.
I know it's not like it's a man's a way to a man's heart is to his stomach. I don't know how it works with women, but tune in to find out, ladies. I don't know.
Are we done with time?
No. Please. No, I was just saying, like, please let them know how they can get in touch with you, because gotta drop that in whenever there's a moment, because
Yeah.
you're full of
But
so much stuff and stories to share that I don't want to. If they want more, I want them to know that they could go to. Let them know. And
oh yeah,
plug anything you want to plug. I just want to get the plug portion in there before anything else.
word. So yeah, you could follow me at Instagram mostly. That's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
you have any questions? Feel free to like message me. It could be about anything. If you're having a tough time, um, if you're having I don't know, any substance abuse problems or something like that, we could talk about that. Relationship problems, photography. I'm very knowledgeable with that. I could definitely help like guide you how to like be creative with your eye.
Mm-hmm.
I got skills with that. But you could follow me at Markovelii. That's Markov, as in Victor, Elii on Instagram. And yeah, I follow right back. I'm not like weird, like those celebrities that, yeah. Anyways, yo, I
No,
got
I
one last
noticed.
story,
You got more on that story?
one last one, yeah, which was incredible.
Oh,
It
please,
was it,
by
it
all
was
means.
it was like a life changer because with the whole drinking thing.
Mm-hmm.
On New Year's Eve, I went out with some of my friends, right? Because I didn't want to stay home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went out and of course I didn't drink. During the end of the night, I was just going home
Mm-hmm.
and I took the train, right? And across the platform, I see somebody like stumbling,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like they were looking like a zombie, bro. They try to lean on the back of the, like, just to hold on to themselves, but they bounced off the wall, and the person kept walking towards the train tracks, and he fell down, yo.
Oh,
I think I told you
wow.
this story, Tino. I think
No,
I
no,
told you
no, no.
this.
Please don't. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So he falls on his knees, right? He
Mhm.
falls on his knees. As soon as he hits the floor, he hits his head, and he passes out. And everybody that's around him is quickly like they're shocked, and
Mhm.
they're actually moving away from him. I saw this lady move away because
Oh.
she looked like she was undocumented. If she calls the police or if she does anything, it might end up hurting her instead, you know?
But that's her
So
husband. No,
no,
I'm
no, it
kidding.
wasn't. Nah, imagine that's fucked up. Yeah, but yeah, since no one was reacting, it was just a quick instinct to run towards the emergency button that they have there. And I was like, hey, quick, look, somebody fell on the northbound Manhattan side, warn the queue and the end trains, let them know to cut the power or we need some help quick. And then
Wow.
the guy, he was all like nervous. He was like, So then I'm like, yo, hurry up, man. So then I go and I run to the other side, and it was kind of cold that day. So my jacket is like moving like a cape, right? I'm thinking like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? So then I go to where he's at on the other side, and because he's clearly passed out, I'm like, yo, I'm like, wake the fuck up. And he reacted, right? And I'm like, yo, give me your hand so I can get you out of here, man. Hurry up. And then he's like, no. He's like, I want to die. And at this point, after doing all this running, I got upset. I got upset because it's New Year's Eve, first of all, Tino. Is and everybody's either on their way home or going to work, you know? So I was like, fuck. So then I see this guy behind me. I'm like, hey, brother, look, help me, please. Because this guy is not cooperating. And then he moves back from us. So I start recording him. I was like, you know what, fucker? I was like, I'm going to record you so I can show you this shit. So you never get this fucked up ever again. Right? And then all of a sudden the train from the other side comes. Right? And everybody's like nervous because we don't know how that shit works. I'm holding onto his hand. They're like, let him go. And for some reason, Tino, I didn't. I do not know how the electricity shit works. But if the power runs both at the same time, I don't know. I probably would have been shocked. Who knows if it's like that? But I didn't let go for some strange reason, yo. And whatever, right? The train leaves. Some guy notices the commotion, and then he grabs his head, right? He's like I look at him, and it's like one of those things where he's just like, not again, right? So then he himself jumps into the tracks. He jumps from one railing to another to the electrical one, the third one, and then he jumps into the other electrical one to like now the side that we're at, like an athlete. You know, it was truly amazing how like he just like whoomp whoomp whoomp, and all of a sudden he was there, and he grabs him by the legs, he picks him up with ease, and then me and the other gentleman, we grab him by the arms and we pull him up.
Oh wow!
We put and then after that, when we dragged him to the fucking wall so he doesn't do some stupid shit again, we all three of us just look at each other and like fuck, we just saved someone, you know? That shit was fucking amazing. And yo, I used to black out, Tino. I used to black out drunk.
Way to go, man! Hold on, way to go, man!
And I remember, and I remember how I got home. You know, it was truly scary sometimes, man. But even though that's scary, I would do it consistently, like even 2-3 times a week before in the past, man. And that could have been me, you know. You know, that could have been me that past New Year's Eve, and it just been like, you know what, things aren't going well. You know, why not just get hammered? You know, one last time. You know, damn, that shit could have been fucking me. It was like I was literally looking at my reflection of what could have been me. Yo, that shit was nuts.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's wow. Thank you for sharing that, man. That's like that's one of those stories, man, you got to keep forever because it just puts us there. You paint the picture so amazingly. I love the Frogger dude, the Frogger train dude. I love him. He's a hero.
The Frogger train dude. Yeah.
I hope you got his information. Please, I'd
Nah,
like for you guys to get together someday, man.
he was all nonchalant about it. He was like, "Hey, man, I would have done it for you too." And I
Well,
was like, "Thanks,
yeah,
thanks,
oh
man."
man.
The
So,
next day, the
so dude,
next
you're a
day,
fucking hero. Markovelii is a hero, pretty much. I checked the resume. He are established New York City hero. So congratulations on that, man. Oh my
yeah,
God.
when the police came, uh, I took the I guess immigrant lady, we're gonna call her.
Yeah.
I took her advice. I saw the police come in. I saw that he was safe. I didn't want no credit. I was just like, I don't want to get arrested
No.
either
Oh
for like,
my
like
God.
a Mexican pushed a white man over the train New Year's Eve.
Oh,
Nah, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna get pinched for that. So
oh
instead,
my
I
God.
just I just accepted what happened, and it was beautiful. I called my daughter the next day, and I was like, "Yo, guess what your father did, yo?"
Oh my
it,
God. You're noble, humble, blah blah blah. Do it for the right reason, dude. Oh my God. This is amazing, man. Fuck, my first hero, man. You know,
I hope.
I,
Imagine this one gets deleted too, like channels.
no, dude, I've had my eye on that recording button from like jump. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going like, dude, you want to take a drink? You want to take a puff? Well, I'm like, no, I don't care. I have an editor. We'll work things out, but I can't let you spill the goods, and the nuggets without having it recorded because this has
I thought
been
you was gonna.
amazing.
I thought you was gonna say because I'm Mexican, like spill the beans,
Oh,
or some shit like that.
I can't do you like that right now because I have so much fucking respect for you right now, and it's like,
It's a mutual respect, man.
yeah,
Like I told
no,
you, you've really encouraged
oh,
like a lot of like of who I am because of the lessons that I've learned when you speak. I
yeah.
listen,
Oh
It's
wow,
it's good
oh,
stuff.
thank you. Wow, who knew, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm used to people just saying "shut the fuck up" to but I guess when
Nah,
people
those people are
listen, they
haters,
learn
man.
something.
Those people are haters. Whoever's not listening to you, man, they're really fucking up their chances to grow.
Ah man, thank you for saying that,
Yeah.
man. I got a little bit of a track record of people that I've come across that are doing well.
A
So
little something, something.
yeah, a little son. So I'm not gonna name drop because I just it was from the heart. It wasn't for like my
Word.
personal credit. So that's why me and you connect in that sense that like we're humble dudes, man. We're just trying to we have a bigger purpose to what we're doing and on the way to it, if we get some shine, that's fine. But if we don't, we're also fine with it, and that's
At
like.
least some buns, right?
I
All right, edit that one out. No, but that one is smooth though.
no.
That one is
I
smooth.
mean, I've done everything to get buns. It hasn't worked. There's still a price tag for me, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But hey, I mean, I'm still a sucker for love, as they say. You know what I mean? So
Yo, bro, but
hopefully,
you keep posting those pictures when you was young and you was a fucking bachelor, bro. Jesus.
thank
¿Qué
you,
pasó?
thank you. ¿Qué pasó? That's the first Spanish one I've gotten a lot like, yo, what happened to you? What happened?
Yeah.
Well, that good look got me like a few women here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Need I elaborate? I'm not blaming anyone, by the way. I love the ladies. Thank you for sleeping with me and letting me fornicate. Is that for the word fornicate?
Fornicate. No, fornicate is when you have like children.
Yeah, I had kids.
You already have enough, no?
Yeah.
So let's cut that shit out, no?
Yeah, no, that's it. I zipped it a long time ago. Yeah.
Or else you're gonna be like the stories that you tell in your jokes.
Yeah. Child support and then the machete.
Yeah,
I always think like this guy likes that joke, so let me keep it around just in case.
Yeah.
He's around. I'll shoot that one. Speaking of
That
sex,
one and the
man.
Goya one. The Goya one is good.
Yeah.
It's a good ending. It's a great ending.
Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. Yeah, man. But yo, I know you're looking around like you're still illegal, but I appreciate the time. I guess it never goes away. It becomes like a reflex.
Yeah, you got to be on your toes all the time, bro.
Let's call that migritis.
Yeah, migritis. Yeah, that's a good one.
There
Yo,
you
but
go.
Tino, on the real side though,
Mhm.
my phone is less than like I got the 10% warning.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
dude. We are more done. Hold on. I just want to end on well, I complimented you enough, whatever. Like I want to go
no.
see you. Go see your awesome set. Your set is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So just know that. Just gonna end on some music.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's the fucking one.
You
How do
you
you
put
remember this shit?
you put that song in my life. Once I put it on YouTube and I Shazammed it, I'm like, thank you, the lifer.
Yeah. Yo, this song is actually is this song is actually like my fucking when I was trying to like
Mhm.
get rid of like the emotions of like, all right, I'm single now.
Mhm.
And every time I would hear this song, it just reminded me of my ex.
Oh.
Because the song says like, ya no me importa donde estés. Like, I don't care where you're at, who you're with, or what you're thinking. Right? But that's
Everything
not.
that you care about.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's one of my favorite tracks, yo.
Yo,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing it to like us at the world famous V spot, big us to the V spot. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to like be there and grow and make all these great videos and kind of help us establish ourselves as just friends. You know what I mean? Simplicity, just friends that care for each other. And thank you for doing
Yes.
what you do for comedians, those headshots that you do for us without a charge. It's like, guys, he's not gonna do it for everybody. He has,
Hey, well, yeah, it's just of my buddies. Yeah.
just his buddy, and we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And yeah, man, that's it, man. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to plug? Are you good? Big ups to
Nah,
your
man.
daughter. Tell her El Negro Loco said hello, and yeah, that's
Yeah. Take the time to say I love you to the people you care about, because our time is seriously numbered now.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
pretty
And
much.
thank you for the opportunity to spend the evening and like do something and talk about fun stuff. And I'll see you around, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Much love. All right, brother. Síguela ahí,
Play the
man.
track. Play the track. Como dice, damas y caballeros, esta noche, Dino Romero y Markovelii. Como dice, escuchen el sabor. All right, bros. I'll check you, man. Phone's dying.
Peace, brother. Gracias.